All right. Hello, everyone. This is Sid, and I am with my grandma, Swarna Single, and from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and she is the person I'm going to interview for my project today. So, my first question: what important turning point in history do you remember living through, and can you talk about it and how it has changed history?
Okay, the biggest turning in the history is the World War II that began in 1939, ended in 1945. And I know that I was very young at that time. I was born in 1942. So it's not like I remember a lot, but I do know that I remember that planes flying over our house. So I knew that it wasn't just a figment of my imagination.
Mhm.
That was pretty actually scary sometimes to think like something like that can happen.
The next question is: how has life for women changed since you were a child? What are you most happy about, and what are some negatives about the change?
You know, okay, so the good thing is that women were able to start voting. Okay, so the voting right was a big thing even in USA in 1964. Uh, there was another one. So for if I was talking about in India, I would say the voting right was a big thing, and that they were able to work.
Mhm.
They could go to work, and so equal rights in that area. Um, so those are the good things. Uh, but I mean, I'm sorry to say that things haven't really changed a bunch for women,
Yeah.
because even though the laws are there, for example, the dowry abolition
Mhm.
in India, but people are still doing it.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
then burning of the women if they don't bring dowry from. So
Mhm.
those are the very negative and sad, and like raping women, little girls, and killing them.
Yeah.
That has not stopped.
Yeah.
So that is absolutely a sad situation. So the problem is that um, the governments make law, but that doesn't mean that people follow.
Right.
So that's the sad part, is that how do I say that it has really changed?
Mhm.
For example, personal experience. My dad was pretty progressive. So my father was very interested to put my brothers to school and college, but unfortunately, they were not that driven. The girls were.
Mhm.
So he did, when one time I was failing a math course. So he hired a tutor and paid him 80 rupees a month, which would be like 8,000 rupees a month now.
Yeah.
So I would say definitely he did show that he treated me almost as equal as my brothers
Yeah.
at that time. But still, when it came to dividing properties, um, the parents usually give their properties and money to their boys,
Mhm.
not to the girls.
Yeah.
It's changing. It's changing a little bit, but it is not all the way.
Definitely.
So the thing is, you can change laws, but you cannot change the mindset of people.
Mhm.
So that's what I see.
All right.
What?
And
Yeah.
and then we have time for one more short question, and it is:
Okay.
what event in your lifetime changed life for women most drastically, specifically for women?
Oh, I would say the civil rights movement and the the women's ability to vote.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was, I would say, the most important thing. And actually, why I think it's more important, because it actually works.
Right.
That the
Definitely.
women can actually go and vote. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but as a woman, my personal thing, that the thing is, my experience is not that negative. It is because I was raised in a somewhat progressive family. And then when I got married, I came to a progressive husband who was equally supportive of me working, and he was willing to share the household duties. And similarly with my father, he worked 2 jobs to support the family, and then he came and helped my mom at home in participating in cooking or cleaning or taking care of the children. So another thing that is really important depends from family to family. Some families are more progressive and more egalitarian, and some are not.
Yeah.
So that's another problem. So anything I say is really kind of personal.
That's fine.
But I'm sure that there are women who are really oppressed.
Yeah.
Here in USA and in India. You can see from how that Hillary Clinton didn't get to win, because I think one of the problem was that she's a woman.
Yeah.
And people were, even in the United States, people are really not ready. Now it seems like this time with Biden and Kamala Harris coming in picture, and there's a possibility that she could become the president, but we don't know.
Definitely. And that is something to look forward to the future. So
Yes.
thank you very much for joining me, Nani. And I'll just end this recording, and thank you for all the people that watch it. Thank you.
Okay.